Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we are playing a Boros Bombardment deck. And what's better than playing an instant or sorcery once? Playing an instant or sorcery every single turn, yours and your opponent's, for the rest of the game. Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome. If you are interested, stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, former Olympic gold medalist in domino stacking, Dr. You Can't Suck It. Yes, thank you. Filmed before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. You Can't Suck It. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret above ground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub, hosted by the MTGA-Assistant-Meta, called Deck. Anyways, I called it Boros Bombard because it is Boros and heavily features the Arcane Bombardment card, and that's what we're going to be playing with today. All right, so let's take a look at the cards that are in this deck, and then we will talk about how this deck should probably play out, and they'll go out and crush some hopes and dreams. So let's start at the end here. This is what the deck's all about. It's about Arcane Bombardment. And whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery each turn, you exile an instant or sorcery at random from your graveyard, and then you copy each card exiled by this card. You may cast any number of copies without paying their mana cost. So that means you can play it on your turn or their turn, and just the first one you do per turn, you're going to get to do a copy of everything that this thing exiles, which just builds again and again and again every single time you do it. All right, what else we got in here? We got Quintorius Kand, who is not instant or sorcery, but it says that when you cast a spell from exile, such as from Arcane Bombardment, that it deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. That's really what it's about. His other stuff, yeah, who cares? Who cares? You can put a dude out, discover 4, whatever, it doesn't matter. What else we got? Sunfall, wipe the board, and you incubate equals the number of creatures exiled that way, which means that potentially if this gets picked up at random by Arcane Bombardment, every turn you're just going to wipe the board. Big Score helps jump you from 4 mana to 6 really quick, and you get to discard a card and draw 2 cards as well as get 2 treasure tokens. That's where that 6 comes from. Brotherhood End does 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker, or destroys all artifacts with mana value of 3 or less. Flick a Coin is an instant, 1 damage to any target. Create treasure token, draw a card. This one draws a card to gain life equal number of cards in your hand. Get Lost, destroy target creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Create map tokens. 3 damage to any target. 2 cards to exile top 2 cards of your library, which allows you to then, when you play them, you do the vampire ability of Quintorius there. Look at his big old vampire fangs sticking out of his face. You can play those until the end of your next turn. This deals 2 damage to any target. You gain 2 life, so it's a vampire spell, and you can play it flashback as well. Play with Fire, 2 damage, and Scry. So that's pretty much a bunch of cheap, fast, instant spells you can play on anybody's turn. Couple sorceries in here, but they just do like board wipes for the most part. You want to throw things in the graveyard because you want your Arcane Bombardment to be able to grab it back out and then just play them every single turn. Life gain to keep you alive because you need that, because if people come at you, you just need the time to build up toward the Arcane Bombardment. What are you going to do over here? We got the ability to put out a couple spirits. We have the ability to take attackers or blockers out potentially, blow up man lands. We got our own man land to help out. So that's what we got going on here. So what are we going to do? We're going to wipe the board, gain some life, draw some cards, eventually get out Arcane Bombardment, and just do whatever we can do. So that's it. Before we go out and do our damage, though, let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxrel, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant my blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. All right, we are playing against Fujin. The Xerator. Keep. There's a guy. Let's drink his milkshake. All right, we'll be at 3 next turn. What do I want to get rid of here? Two cards? That's ridiculous. All right, treasure token. There's a bombardment. We need to get up to 6. We've only got 5 potentially here. All right, cool. Let's blow this taco stand. And I'm going to get rid of this one. Two cards I got to get rid of. Jesus, people. There we go. No, 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 no. Yeah, I need that mana. Sorry, I wasn't thinking. Alright, super slow. Maybe I'll crack this open, whatever that does. Come on, man, I'm looking. All right, cracked open. Now let's see what we can do with bombardment. All right, so I got 4, which means I can't play with what I have. We're done. He's coming at me. All right, that's the full meal deal there. Which one did I target? I don't know. Okay, good. That one. All right, that's an instant. Cool. We're up to 9. Let's put that out there, and we're cool. We'll wait till he tries to put it out. That's just destroy, though. Still to keep him from doing too much damage to me on any particular turn. Gain some life out of this deal. Let's get this guy out. It's fine. Spirit! Maybe Discovers Thor would have been the thing to do. Doesn't look like I have any anything other than the Bombardment to bring out. That's a 6. Yeah, he wants to kill people. All right, he gets the map. We get a little bit of life. 19 to 11. Let's see just what happens. We're cool. I could do what, 4 to that thing? I could do 5. All right, there's 4. All right, we're still rocking with docking here. We're back up to 14. Things aren't looking good for our friend. Oh, the humanity. All right, so if we put something out, I could just shoot this guy in the face, which will activate everything else, which means I can wipe the board of that. We're going for it. 3 to everything there. And 2 to the face. And let's do that. Why not? I just give up at this point, man. I get to do everything all the time. Yeah, I'm cool. All right, it's down to 10. We're up to 17. But we don't have anything to play. Let's do this. Cycle. Pulling 3 lands at that point was not good. Oh, and 4 lands in a row. Jesus, people, come on. All right, cool. We got something at least. That guy's blowing smoke rings. I didn't realize people saw what it was I was seeing when I was exploring there. All right, Fujin, that guy's going to be dead soon. Yeah, the lands are starting to get me now. That's a lot of lands. Yeah, that's it. You just got to give up against Bombardment. These guys are just way too powerful. And boring. Alright, we're playing against Zoron Black. Keep. Don't get your cat off of the sand. It's kind of gross, man. Like, just look at all the stink coming off of that cat right now. Ew. Alright, let's go for the red. In case we need the Brotherhood in this place. And we're good. Stinky cat, stinky cat. What are they feeding you? Stinky cat, stinky cat. It's not your fault. All right, 4, and let's big time this thing. We're good. All right, we got the 6 we need to be able to put out the Arcane Bombardment. This guy's playing just black so far. I think we're cool. Ooh, discard 2 cards. All right. Oh, okay. I picked it up like I had super glue on my hands. Let's just get rid of those 2. It's fine. We can do their Death Moon. All right, this is where the damage starts to happen. Alright, so he's got a second guy out. Took the damage. Let's just guarantee... I'll do it this way. I'll guarantee. What am I going to get? Well, I'd have to get rid of... I got rid of the card. That's fine. I'll have to save it. It only affects the first instant or sorcery, so pretty much only want to play one per turn. Let's just draw another card. I'm cool. Ooh, that's a whole lot of land. Alright, there's some cool stuff there now. Not you. With fire. He's going to try to force me to discard. Does he have anything good up here? Nah, nothing. Alright, that's cool. Let's just leave it, see what we got going on here. Sounds like he's going to try to get me to discard stuff again. Nope. Ooh, I got guys. Crazy. All right, Quintus. Not enough. He's not putting anything out for me to kill. Play of Fire could totally do that. I need to get some of these things loaded up under the Arcane Bombardment. It's a problem. That is neither a sorcery nor an instant. It's a channel. And there's a couple guys. Let's go get them. 2. There we go. Nice. We'll shoot him again. We'll destroy that thing. And we're good. Oh, that's what Quintus does. All right, fantastic. I guess I should read these things a little more often. Don't need you. Don't need you. All right, that's fine. We're good to go. We got plenty of anything. I'll grab whatever I can grab. It's white, a white, and a red. All right, so I need to get my hands on something. You look like a lot of fun. I don't know why people still keep playing. This is where Bombardment gets goddamn awful. And he's dead. And we're still going at it somehow. Boom, boom, goes the room. All right, we're playing against LokiThaGod. You know, when I was a kid, Loki was a bad guy. That might be what we have to do. We're cool. I'll pull another one, that's fine. Alright, 3, flick a coin, 1 to the face. Okay, we could big score it, which will get us, unfortunate, to 6. Alright, so I've got 4. I could just kill both those dudes. Let's just do that. And we win. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Victory. Alright, we're playing against Hootch. Alright, so play with fire, flip a coin, flick a coin. Let's make that guy gone before he gets too big. We drew a card. Three points across the board. All right, big score is my big friend. Let's just get rid of that. That's fine. Yeah, we could do that. That's fine. Autopay. Let's have some love right there. All right. All good. Oh, he's only at 2 mana. That's what his problem is. All right, keep that alive. Keep that bombardment alive. Three points across the board. What are we going to do otherwise? Yeah, absolutely. We got lots of these things. And the game's over. I would do the same thing. Victory! We're playing against Chrisxny. Chrisxny. All right, there we go. We got 3 mana. We got ourselves a Arcane Bombardment. Some cool stuff to play ahead of time. 5. Hopefully we'll pull the other mana fast enough. We are going second. No to the dragons. Hello, there she is. All right, working our way towards our mana base, exactly like we're looking for. Roar. All right, this deck is turning out to be quite perfect. The one thing we don't need would be discarding our cards or what just happened? What did I shoot it for? 2 and that's a 3? Oh, that's too bad. All right, I'll get lost it instead this time. How's that sound? Sucker. Wasn't paying attention. I just assumed I could kill it. All right, cool. I'm down with that. There's 4. Let's get rid of Reckless Impulse. All right, we got the 6. We can play the 5s all we want once we get this guy out. Hopefully he doesn't have the ability to take out Arcane Bombardment. That would be the problem. All right, that's it. That's our big move. We're looking at wiping board next turn. Roar. All right, we're down 13. What other cool stuff we get? That's what we're going to get? All right, fine. Let's see what we can get out of this deal. I don't need another big score at this point, apparently. One, two, three, four, five, 6. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Beep, 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 beep. There's number 2. And who should I kill here? Let's just go for a space and see what happens. Yeah! Yeah, game's over, man. You're never going to be able to play a creature again. You gotta hope as I pull nothing but lands at some point. Okay, there's my lands. I mean, I guess I could have attacked. That's a good way of getting around me, I'll tell you that. Let's just jump. All right, we got to take it, unfortunately. All right, let's just flick a coin. Yeah, I'll shoot him in the face. That's what I'll do. Now I'm cool. There's nothing to blow away. What am I down to? 35 cards? Yeah, so if it was a big score, I could use big score to draw some cards and just kill pretty much everything. All right, put your dude out so I could just slaughter everything again. All right, let's do it all. Here we go. Yeah, the other one looks good. One, two, three. All right, you can do whatever you want, man. I don't care at this point. Death! I used up an awful lot of my mana, didn't I? I got enough. Oh, yeah, I'm doing just fine. All right, here we go. In 4, 5. In for 2. You setting up some sort of weird cascade? All right, we're going in for the kill. No, I'm cool with these other things. Do I really? All right, let's do it. There's plenty of big scores here. We'll get rid of that one. And we'll call that one good. I would be really bored if I was at this point. And we're good. Because you're not going to get anywhere. You got it? You kill that guy, you're gonna go after him? Giving her a roll up. I think I could just kill you. I try to do it fast, man. I'm sorry. Come on. Don't be a ropey McRoperson. And we win! Alright, so we are with Boros Bombard, and it's been a really good deck. It was a fun deck. It either wins triumphantly in ways that people just can't handle, or it just loses and it's like you did absolutely nothing. So, but still, I mean, if you're looking to play it and just really just rub it in people's faces, this deck goes a long way in that direction. All right, so who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player? I'm going to give it to Big Score. Big Score is the one that jumped you up to being able to play Arcane Bombardment or Sunfall, or Quintorius. So, yeah, Big Score is the one that really made this deck jump from 4 to 6 and allowed everything to happen. You get to draw cards, treasure tokens, man. Big Score has been my MVP in a lot of decks. It continues to be an MVP in this deck. All right. I mean, I know the real engine here is on Arcane Bombardment, but it is 6. It is at the top level. The question is that what are you doing before that? It's big score. That's what you get into. All right. Was this deck competitive? I ended up with a 50% win rate. 50. Let me see if it says what this deck has. Yeah, it says this is a 48% win rate, so I ended up getting around the same. Like half the games I played, yeah, I went for this. What it was is that if they had counter spells, I got totally screwed. That was the problem. Because you're trying to play your spells and they kept countering it. Maybe they got rid of Arcane Bombardment. It just sucked. And so you had to try to play around it. But then once you get Arcane Bombardment out there, then maybe they would bounce it back, or you try to play something else and they would just counter that. So then Arcane Bombardment did nothing. It blew. So counterspell is your worst enemy. But if you're playing against other things, you could just usually rip them apart. Anything that didn't have counterspells in it, I was usually just taking it down one after another. The other thing I would worry about potentially would be aggro. I mean, you got play with fire, lightning strike, get lost, Brotherhood's in. That's all good anti-aggro. So this deck, plus you got the life gain that comes with Sacred Fire. I think this deck could do a good job against aggro. I didn't play against any aggro, so it didn't really seem like it was that big of a deal. At least maybe if I did, I didn't even notice it because I didn't play against mono red aggro. That was usually what I'm worried about. All right, so was this deck competitive? Not really. I mean, 50%, that's just the bleeding edge. The thing is it has to be made up by being a fun deck. Otherwise, let's just talk about that. Was this deck fun? Yeah, I mean, I liked it. It felt like a mill deck in the way that you just sort of like, you play, you're kind of like drawing cards, hoping you get to Arcane Bombardment, to your clutch spell. You're trying to get a bunch of mana because that's what you need to be able to play it. And then you're just wiping the board as much as possible, trying to keep threats away from you. And you're just hoping you can finish them off before they get a chance to build their own resources. In this case, once you get to Arcane Bombardment, the weird part about it is you put it out and that's it. Because you put that out as early as you can. As soon as you got 6, you throw that thing out. And then it's just, I hope I got enough cheap spells to play after this one at a time. And I can just randomly get the awesome cards that I need to be able to keep this thing going. Like as soon as you throw a Sunfall into the bombardment, nothing's staying in play. You're just wiping the board every single turn. And that is fantastic. So was this deck fun? If you are that kind of a player, you will find this deck to be very fun. Very fun. I had a hard time with the Arcane Bombardment in the past. Those decks never really seemed to work well for me. People could always take me out well ahead of time, or they just stop me from playing Arcane Bombardment. Now, Arcane Bombardment is getting kind of old. People aren't expecting it. This deck works well. Was this deck interesting? Yeah, the big reason why is because we had a couple of Ixalan cards in there. Quintorius works out so well because we're not casting the spell from exile, are we? When you copy each card, exile, you may cast any number of copies. Yep, so you are casting it, which means that you are getting his ability, which gains you 2 life and does 2 life. I thought that was happening at one point. Yeah, that is just such an incredible clutch for this thing. The combo synergy between that is just insane. Plus, we got Get Lost in here, which, wipes out creatures, enchantments, and planeswalkers. It does not take out artifacts, though, which kind of sucks. The other things are in here because you want things that are instants. You can play them on your opponent's turn, and you want stuff that is cheap. So that would end up being the big thing. That's an instant. That's not. But what's cool is that if, they're underneath the Arcane Bombardment, even if they're a sorcery, you're seeing their effect on your opponent's turn, provided you play an instant on their turn. So yeah, the rest of these cards worked out very well that way. All right, so was it interesting? Yeah, I'm going to say that to me, this was an interesting deck. We haven't played an Arcane Bombardment in a long time. Usually we're playing something that's more is-it based. This one was super cool. All right, so let's add that up. Was this thing competitive? Not really. Was it fun? Yeah. Was it interesting? Totes. So how would I rate this deck? The competitiveness is rough. It's riding right there at 50%, which puts me right on the edge between a B and an A. So I'm going to pull this deck down to just being an A- deck. It was fun. It was interesting, and it won enough to make it worth playing. It just, you're not going to ramp with it, and even if you're playing it casual, I'd say it's worth playing casual. The funness of it, totally enough. I would play this in multiplayer because more than likely you're going to be pulling Sunfalls and just wiping everybody's board. They're all going to get pissed. It'll be super, super fun. All right, so that's it. It's a A- deck. If you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun with it as I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.